Hey, it's me, Renee. I'm back. So yeah, this video came to be because I'm doing a video every day until 24th of December. And so I was kind of thinking like, what is all these videos gonna be? Like, I know some of the videos, but some of them I'm like, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. And then I asked for tips, and then one friend of mine said, well, one acquaintance said that, well, you could do like a Julebrus video. And I mean, she said Julebrus and match with covers. But I would say that would maybe work better with Instagram than with BookTube. But then I thought, well, I could still do it semi that video. So yeah, and also you're like, what is Julebrus? So Julebrus is Christmas soda. Yes, here in Norway we have a Christmas soda. It's actually a thing that's been going on for many, many years. I just checked out today, and it's kind of seems to be a debate like who made the first Christmas soda. Some people said the first one came in 1950s. Some claim it's in 1960s, but yeah, it's anyway a decades old thing. So it's this red soda. And I suppose you might ask, okay, so what does Christmas soda taste like? How does Christmas taste? I suppose you could say Christmas tastes like nutmeg and spices and whatnot. This doesn't really taste spicy. I mean, I took a look yesterday at like the ingredients here. I haven't checked the ingredients here. I'm kind of curious. Okay, so this one says strawberry, which I would say, no, sorry, this one says raspberry ingredients, and I would say, yeah, probably it's kind of berry tasting. Though I would say, honestly, in general, I would say to me at least, I feel like Christmas soda kind of tastes like one of those just, it just tastes good. It tastes sugary. You can't really taste a specific taste. Yes, maybe a bit of berries, but it's not like you drink like, oh yeah, that berry drink. It's just kind of that sugary, nice drink. I mean, if you look at this, because I have two right here, I'm gonna switch between two. And this one just kind of says different chemicals and whatnot. There's not really a berry here, it's just aromas and sweetening and coloring. So healthy, so healthy. No, but yeah. Actually, also, funny thing, in Norway at least, because Christmas soda is kind of a Norwegian thing. So I heard yesterday, last year, that this one grocery shop in Oslo that is run by this one grocer who loves Christmas soda so much that he wanted to stock all of the Christmas soda that is available. And it turns out all the different varieties, if you want to have all of them, there's like 165 ones. What? I mean, craziness. Yeah, that's just crazy. I mean, yes, I suppose you could say there's different Cokes, there's different Fantas, yeah. I mean, you have Fanta Light, you have Fanta Exotic, but do you have over 100 types of Fanta? I don't believe you do. So yeah, Norwegians were crazy for a Christmas soda. I suppose you might think, Renee, is it possible to get Christmas soda outside of Norway? Because you might get curious. And I do know that you can find some Norwegian chocolate in IKEA, actually, even though IKEA is Swedish. But if you can get Christmas soda outside of Norway, I don't know. Maybe in like very Norwegianized places in the US. If you can get it in like the UK or other places, I don't know again. I don't know if you. I mean, there's places in Norway where you can buy things that aren't sold everywhere. Like you can buy soda from Japan and Korea and stuff. But if that's the same thing in other places in the world, I don't know. But yeah. So so this is the Christmas soda I have in this one, and then in this glass, because I'm classy, so I have two glasses. I'm not going to use two bottles. And this one, I have the Christmas squash or cordial. This also kind of made me curious because yesterday, no, a few days ago, Didi talked about she was drinking squash, and then she talked about it being kind of like cordial. But I thought squash and cordial were the same things. Are they different? I don't know. At least here in Norway, it's very typical to have like a squash or cordial thing, which I suppose you might not know what it is. I suppose it's kind of like a mix between juice and soda. In my mind, it's not as sugary as a soda, but it's not as healthy as a juice. And the thing is that you have like these bottles, and then you have to mix them with water. So it's something you mix with water. It's not you can't just drink it by itself. Kind of like a syrup, like they said. I don't know if that's the way to describe it, but yeah. And also kind of fun. This brand is called Fun, even though today for this video I was curious, so I checked out, and the brand, not the brand, the owner of Fun is Orkla, which is a Norwegian brand, a Norwegian owner. So like, why would a Norwegian owner make a brand called Fun? I mean, in an English word, because we like English in Norway, I suppose. I feel like, do you do that in like the UK? Do you have like a chocolate um called Paris, or like called Libro, or I mean things in different languages? Do you? Oh, do you put a Mancher, which is a grocery in the UK? I mean, it's a French name. I think it's a English grocer. Maybe not. I don't know. Anywho, yes. So that's yeah, a bit of the background for the video. So yeah, during this video, I'm going to be drinking sounds, yeah, from the different cups, and I'm also going to show you some books with red on the cover to kind of like, yeah, to mix to what's the word again, to match the red drink to the red covers. I feel like this will be festive and nice with the Christmas soda. And then, well, it's not like all these books are Christmas books, but I would say sometimes, sorry, sometimes in readathons and stuff, you get asked to read a book with a color on the cover. For Christmas, it might be like read a book with red on the cover. For Valentine's, it also might be on red on the cover. Sometimes it might just be like general a cover with like a lot of one color. So yeah, all of these is gonna have red on the cover. Not all of them will have just red on the cover. Some of them might be like, is that red or is that orange? It might be like not like typical red. But then again, this is my video. I will decide what is red and what is not. Okay? Okay. Good. So, firstly, you know what? Firstly, let's have that one. Um, so yeah, this is the soda, and I suppose firstly I'm going to give you a taste. It's sweet and nice. This is one of the newer ones, actually, newer versions, because there's some Christmas soda that's been around forever. Some is just kind of newer, and I like this one. There's some people who are like very specific, like they have to have that and that version. And yeah, I feel like some versions are better than others. Like you have both the red versions, and then you have kind of more brown typical versions. I like the red ones best. I mean, you have the red in Christmas. But yeah, this one is good. And giving all the tips. And the first book is Stocking Full of Spice by Robin Stevens. This is actually a book I just got. I got it a few days ago. You have probably might have seen it in a haul, in the wrapping I did a few days ago. But yeah, this I haven't read it yet. It came out this year. It is the Ministry of unlike of Unladylike Activity number 3. And yeah, this one takes place during Christmas. And then I also see a big Christmas ball. So I would big red ball. So I would call this a red cover. It's not completely red, but a lot of it is red. So I would define this as red. For me, the kind of thinking is that I'm thinking when I found books for this video, I included books where I thought either the whole cover is red or it's like half of it is like a big portion of it is red. Like if people showed it to me, I would say, yeah, that's red. It's not like a small red thing in the corner, it's either a big part or everything of it. Then we have Love You to Death by Meg Cabot. So here you see, Love You to Death and High Stakes. So High Stakes is in red, and then you have some red embroidery, fanciness symbols here. And then, yeah, Mediator is in red. So yeah, I would say half of it ish is in red. So yeah. This is a bind up of the first two books in the series. I don't think I've talked about this in a while, but yeah. The Mediator, one of my all-time favorite series. I suppose it's kind of like The Ghost Whisperer, but for young adults. Because it's about this teen who helps people to the other side. She's much more sassy than the character in Ghost Whisperer. But yeah, this is a very, very good series. I love it so much. Then we have me coughing and taking a sip of the other one. Yeah. Then we have Ruby Red, or Ruby Red in Norwegian. And you would see, I mean, this is quite red all over. Even the title is red. And yeah, you have the red, the red ruby. Then you have the trees, lots of red here. And yeah, it's it's a time travel series that I think it was like all over for like 10 years ago on BookTube. If you haven't read it, I would say check it out. It's very nice and sweet. I would say kind of it works actually as like a tween book. You could read it when you're 13, 14. There's a romance in it, but there's not really spiciness in it. There's first kisses and stuff like that. It feels kind of childish, but in a nice way. And yeah, coughing, coughing. Sorry, I don't know why I'm saying sorry to that, but I am. Then we have me taking another sip because why not? En lykkelig slutt by Anne Louise Mordseth. So this book came out this year. It's actually Norway's first romance book. So we have Norwegian authors who write feel-good books, and I feel like sometimes feel-good can kind of go over in the genre or sliding genre to more romance. But I feel like sometimes, I feel like to me, feel-good is a book where there's a romance in it, yes, but maybe the main thing is finding a new job, then getting new friends. In a romance, the main thing is the love story. And yeah, this is a contemporary Norwegian romance. It's actually set in a literature world. It's set between two authors, and it's a great book. Though, to be frank, I don't really love this cover. It looks like weird blurry. I feel like it was supposed to be a draft cover, and then for some reason they didn't do a new one. But the inside, the story itself, it's just so cool. And yeah, I would say this is red. Is this redder than this? Yeah. But I would say both of these are red. So, yeah. Then we have. Not gonna. I was about to say I'm not gonna drink all the time and then take a sip, but yeah. I might not drink all because I find quite a few books here, but yeah. Then we have Demigods and Magicians by Rick Riordan. Here, you see, it's red more or less all over, except there, but like, yeah, the sky is red. So I would call this a red book, really. It's a collection of three short stories where the Kane siblings and the Percy Jackson trio meet and fight monsters together. And yeah, it's a very, very good small novella collection. I suppose if you need a book to read before the end of the year, this might be one. And then we have The Immortal Investigation by Michael Kroc. So here you see there's a wine goblet with blood in it. Because it's all about vampires, also other stuff, but also about vampires. And then you have this red thing, flowy thing. What all this? Well, I suppose this could be flowers. And this would just be red decoration, red smoke. Yeah, you get it. You get it. But yeah, this I read this book to this year and it's amazing. It's by a booktuber. I can link him down below or try at least. Sometime on linking skills is not the best, but yeah. Then we have Rebel Rose by Emma Farrow. So this is the first in a series about where you have it's kind of sequels to the Disney movies. It's by the Disney publisher, and this is all about like what happens after the movie is finished. And also they're all more historical based. So this one, Belle and the Beast go to Paris, and they end up embroidered in the French Revolution, and yeah, things happen. And yeah, it's a very very good book. Then we go to maybe the blurry sides of like I choose. Okay, it's mine. Why would you? My channel. That might get some hate here. I don't know. Oh, we have Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. I would say this is dark red, like red, purple, red brownish, but I would say it's a red-ish. It has shades of red. Shades of red. Yeah, let's call it shades of red. So yeah, I'm including it. Okay, I am. Then we have me coughing. Mistletoe and Murder by Robin Stevens. So this you'd see completely red, obvious. It's a dark red, nice cover all over. It's yeah. This is a book in the Murder Most Unladylike mystery. And this is the series that came before. Sorry. So these two are the same universe, but this is a different series than this one. But it's the same universe. Both Christmas books, as you so. And yeah, this one is a Milgrave mystery set during Christmas. Very good book. Then time for a sip. Then we have The Improbability of Love by Hannah Rothschild. I mean, you see in here, red all over, pretty standard red, nice red. This is something that I don't really read often, but it's something as like I would actually maybe call it literature-ish book in a way that it's not a romance, it's not a mystery, it's not a feel good. It's like it's a slice of life book, I would say. And so it's told from different perspectives. It's all about this painting that they find and like who's gonna sell it, who's gonna buy it, and the museum that you borrows it and whatnot. One of the one of the point of views, because it's from different point of views in the book. One of the point of views itself. So it's just bonkers to read from painting's point of view, but that's kind of fun really with literature, isn't it? Sometimes offers to bonkers things, as in this book. Yeah. I am. Lip gloss sometimes go on my teeth. Then we have Romancing the Werewolf by Gail Kerger. You see there's red around Gail Kerger, and there's red here, and there. So I would call this a red cover. Not dominantly red, no, but I would call it red. This is a short story, a novella. Sorry. Romance. It's set in her world, but it's it's like there's not really a big thing happening. It's just people falling in love. So you could just pick up this book and read it and enjoy it. But if you read other books in the world, you would understand more like the background stuff and whatnot. Then we have The Dark Days Impacts by Alison Goodman. So you see here lots of red here, kind of dramatic red, I would say. Maybe supposed to be blood, not quite sure. This is the second book, I believe. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, the second book in her YA duology. And it's kind of like Buffy, but like in 1800s England. So like someone's fighting monsters, but just in a ball gown. And yeah, it's a great series. Then we have Losing It. Sex Education for the 21st Century by Sophie Smith Gaylor. I would call that red. This could maybe be like pinkish. This I would say it's red. This is obviously pink, but yeah, this I would say it's red. So I'm counting it, okay? This is a non-fiction all about sex education in today's world. It's about sexual, yeah, not just sex education, but also like the sex habits and whatnot, and kind of sex in general in a way. And yeah, I love this so much. It was, yeah, a great read. Enlightening and interesting, and yeah, you know what? There. We have a book I haven't talked about in a long time, but it's an old favorite of mine, from an old series of mine. I suppose I could have shown this whole series because this whole series has the same kind of cover, but I'm just going to show you one of them. Shadow Kiss by Rachel Mead. And then you see, yeah, in the Vampire Academy series, and you see the whole background is red, black kiss, but the background is red, and then you have some blood here. So yeah, definitely red. I don't know why I say this is red, this is not red, because I am. The Fury of Everything Else. Now, yeah, the middle here, it's white and black and what? But here, I would say this is red. Again, a red shade, but I would claim it's red. This is a non-fiction all about how weird people can be, or people like how Nobel Prize winners can also believe in aliens and eugenics, and yeah, it's just a bonkers read. It's a non-fiction read that make you think, what, what, and yeah, very entertaining and also eye-opening, I would say. If you like to think about weird people, this is a book for you. Very weird people, but real. Then we have My Vampire Plus One. Again, on the edge, on the fence, but I would say this is red-ish, purple, red, along those lines. But I'm gonna count it, okay? I'm counting it. And then the second in this trilogy. Third book wasn't it good? So yeah, well, it's a romance series, so you don't have to read them all, really. And then we have The Cursed Rose by Leslie Wedder. And you see here the rose, very much red. And then there's also red there. So yeah, even though like the background is not red, I would say it's like a big rose here that's red. So I would call this red. In my mind, I would say so. People might argue with me, but this is my way, Joe. I suppose if I ever do like read a book with red on the cover, use any of these books, and you will have managed. Then we have a Savage Red by Leslie Butter. You see red all over here. Very obviously red, I would say. And yeah, that was all my red books for this Christmas soda red covers video. And it became kind of long, but yeah, I kind of expected it to be. So Yeah. Have you read any of these books? Were you distracted by my teeth having lipsticks on it half the video? Do you have a favorite drink to read during Christmas? It can be mulled wine, it can be tea, whatever. Are you jealous that you can't drink this drink? I mean, I suppose maybe you could find something similar other places, but I don't know. And yeah, that is today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and that you have a nice day, evening, or night, wherever you are when you see this. Bye.